hello. It's Boomamo. It's your weekly program dedicated to all things mutants and masterminds, the world's only superhero TTRPG. Now, I'm realizing as we started the program, before we did, there's a little echo in my microphone. So I want to ask, do you hear that? Oh, there's Bernard. Devious is here. Good, I'm glad you hear me. Jin says holiday is a time to be with family. I agree.
Indeed.
Maybe your family's a super family. Oh, everybody's talking all kinds of stuff. You know, part of my super fam is this guy right here, the holiday magic. I mean, this guy.
Hi.
Oh, capitalism. You two are my favorite friend.
Right. Or for all of us, really.
Right? Yes, whether we wish it to be or not. Steve, hello, my friend.
Hello.
We're talking holidays and special dates,
Yes.
and I love it. And you got something special. I'm not going to dive into it right now because I do have to. I am legally obligated to return to this little slide, which is
Yes.
the holiday magic from Green Ronin. Listen, we've got holiday magic gift cards. Turns your $70 into $100. 100 American dollar bills that you can spend in our store on anything that has money or that needs money for spending.
Right. I would love magic that turns my money into more money.
I know, I like that, right? And I'm not sure it feels unprecedented. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how legal it is. But you know what? It's Christmas. It's Christmas time. That's when miracles happen.
I was going to say it's Christmas. It's time for crime.
It's time for crime. Exactly. Crime, a beautiful Christmas miracle in its own right. But we also have the $35 that you can turn it into $50. All you have to do is aim your phone. I guess it's only phones, really. There's not any other object out there.
Other mobile device, I suppose.
Yeah. But that QR code will take you right to the Green Ronin online store, and you can buy. Maybe you want to pick up something for your favorite GM. Maybe you want to. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you're going to pick up that $70 gift card that turns into $100, and you're going to purchase something from the store for someone around your table.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you got somebody who's a GM whom you really enjoy, and they haven't quite dipped their toe into the Mutants and Masterminds world or the adventure game engine, of which powers so many games.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely games like The Expanse or Blue Rose or Modern Age or Fantasy Age, or the list goes on and on and on. And they're all lovely games that you could pick up quite a big chunk of library for $100.
Yes.
Definitely enough to get you and your friends and your family all in on some fun. Do that. You can go to the Green Ronin online store. It's greenroninstore.com, and check out all the other goodies that are there. And here's the cool thing. When you pick up one of these gift cards, you can enter in the email address of the person you wish to gift this lovely, thoughtful, generous gift, and it'll send it right to them. And they'll be like, wow, I got a Holiday Magic gift card. And then they can get to spend it whenever they like. So there you go. That is your Christmas magic for the day. Well, actually, it really isn't, because we're talking all about holidays. So there's much more holiday magic to come. So it's interesting because we have a world wherein worlds are made, right? People kind of create their own spaces and all that kind of stuff. But there are some canon holidays that just kind of demark certain moments, certain key moments in the ongoing saga of Freedom City, or pick your hub, your hotspot. What are those? What do we know for sure that is a real holiday?
Well, in addition to all of the real world holidays, that we're well acquainted with, we can figure that places on Earth Prime probably commemorate certain significant events
Yeah.
that have happened in the history of the setting. Bernard, of course, points out Gravy Squatchmas.
Look at that little gravy squatch peering over the top of Bernard's message.
And we've got, all of the various big events in the history of the setting to consider.
Hmm.
So, for obvious example, the Silver Storm in Emerald City is a pivotal event that changes the course of history
Yeah.
in that particular part of Earth Prime. So chances are good that the good people of Emerald City probably commemorate that date. As far as either, and it's probably sort of a bittersweet commemoration because you're
Yeah.
commemorating both the disaster, and the people who may have suffered or died, and as well as, all of the people who gained superpowers, and the heroes and villains that came out of that.
Yeah.
Uh, so I got to imagine there's probably some annual observance of the anniversary of the Silver Storm in Emerald City, and that offers all kinds of fun possibilities. Are is there a parade?
Yeah.
Is there like a sort of New Year's Eve style countdown to the time of the anniversary? You
Yeah.
know,
Our kids
um,
running around, and then at a certain time they appear
they
in
throw
costumes. Or,
they throw silver confetti, or
yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
I
mean,
like that.
and is it a time when obviously villains are going to take opportunity to take advantage
Villains
of
acting
it,
a villain. Yeah.
right?
Oh, I do like
Similarly,
that too. Sorry, I was thinking about the fact that there's not a lot of holidays where it just in my recollection where villains can just villainize and
oh,
be villains. Like,
there are plenty of good holidays for villains if you're villainating it right.
yeah, fair enough. Any holiday could be villainy if you villain it right.
If you're doing it
Very,
right.
very true. But just
Um,
the notion that I could see villains getting together and celebrating the time that they became,
but they
that.
gain powers, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that.
Um, and so Devious mentions if Freedom City has a day of Memorial Day for the Centurion, who valiantly gave his life to save the universe, really.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
and I imagine that Freedom City probably commemorates the the whole Terminus invasion, um,
oh yeah,
and probably includes the Centurion in that sort of remembrance, just like the real world remembers various great tragedies or the ends of wars or the like. I imagine that Freedom City remembers the end of the Terminus invasion and the fact that the city survived, and thanks the various heroes who were
yeah.
responsible for that survival.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think too especially when it comes to like the Silver Storm, and I mean this Centurion sacrifice, that seems like a somber, maybe it's a celebratory love life kind of moment, or
Mhm.
we've been recognized, we've been given another opportunity to do things
Yeah,
right.
that strikes me as a very sort of somber occasion,
Yeah,
and it's probably commemorated with, a moment of silence, or the, ringing of church bells type of thing,
yeah,
rather
certainly.
than a big party.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And I could see the Silver Storm being more of a party, or more of
Mhm.
of a moment like that.
Yeah,
Um.
strikes me as a more chaotic event,
Yeah. Yeah. And
and
now the
it
Terminus invasion, I can't imagine. What do you think that is? Another sort of, what are we doing then? I mean, I'm reminded, like
Mhm,
in the U.S., all of our holidays they're kind of joy based. You know what I mean? As
mhm.
far as like they're meant to be kind of fun. But if you travel overseas, there are a lot of holidays that they have that are not so joyful. They
Hmm. That's
commemorate
true.
a famine or something interesting like that. So yeah, what would you see happening like on Terminus Invasion Day?
I feel like it would be something, fairly somber.
Hmm.
I do think that Devious mentions there are probably a lot of candlelight vigils,
Oh yeah, certainly.
or even, for later on, something that's more just a simple, people lighting candles in their windows,
Oh yeah,
kinds of things.
certainly.
And it's much more of a, keeping the light, keeping hope alive type
Yeah,
of event, that quietly honors the sacrifices of the people involved.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I definitely like that. King Starf mentions the VE Day, sort of
Hmm.
that kind of a deal.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Are there any heroes who openly married in Earth Prime that their anniversary would be celebrated?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. We know there are a few heroes in Earth Prime who have public identities, who are married. I think that probably the most famous superhero wedding in Earth Prime history was Mentak and Andrea Adam, the parents of the Adam family,
Mm.
um, who had a very sort of, you know, lavish sort of celebrity wedding in some ways, because they were very publicly known superheroes. Um,
Yeah.
and I don't know if their anniversary would be particularly celebrated or not, but possibly. And of course, Mentek and Andrea are now presumed dead, because they're both missing during the Terminus invasion.
Got it.
Um, and so I imagine their anniversary would also be a bit of a somber occasion in that regard. Um,
Yeah. I was just thinking too, a lot of when you look at our holidays, a lot of the idea is, sometimes a an attempt to rewrite what that day means,
mhm.
attempt to kind of reinterpret it for, whatever the sort of modern sort of powers that be, how well, everyone should get along on Christmas because that's the day that all the
Yeah.
things happened. And,
Yep.
and the other thing I was thinking of is with the advent of superheroes, that there's probably a culture of like remembrance or civic duty or
Mhm.
that focuses kind of on that superhero culture. I could see us
I
having
would
something.
imagine, especially with a setting as long as as long a history as Earth Prime, that there might be some kind of equivalent of Memorial Day,
Yeah, yeah,
for superheroes particularly. We know that there's a memorial site in Centennial Park in Freedom City, where the statues of a number of deceased superheroes stand. Um, and so there may well be a particular day for that sort of observance.
yeah, yeah. Or like superhero, like some perfunctory thing day, like
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, you didn't miss too terribly much, but it definitely was interesting. I'm sorry to hear that YouTube didn't automatically begin for you because I
Right.
really I'm finding a way to get back to your little tune. To let me see what yeah, it was this one. Yeah, I love it. I'm trying to think of like mutants and masterminds jingles or holiday tunes and things because I
Mhm.
just kind of get in that mindset. Um, so I love that. And then I realized I said something earlier. It was a little bit of a trick.
Yep.
That's how I'm going to retcon it anyway. Ultimately the bottom line is no matter kind of where you land on holidays or if you're doing sort of a of course we've got plenty of there's Santas coming out of the Santa hole. We've got
Mhm.
Mecha Santa, good Santa, bad Santas, all kinds of creepy
Yes. All the
Santas.
Santas.
All the Santas are partying. But it's kind of what you want to do, right? I mean,
Mhm.
if you're
Yep.
sitting there and you're thinking, I think I want Centurion's, memorial to be more of a Memorial Day to be more of a Mardi Gras. Well, sure,
Yeah. Then
why
right,
not?
it's your setting by all means.
Absolutely. And so it all works, I guess, is sort of what
It
I want.
is.
And now you've brought some fun stuff. You brought some goodies.
I did. I
Let's
did.
take a look at it.
As it happens, I did an article for my Patreon this month on this very subject.
Nice.
Uh, all year, I have been writing up various what I call adventure archetypes, or kind of classic types of adventures for superhero stories. And of course, it seemed very appropriate to end the year in December talking about the classic holiday special story,
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah, I love
which
it.
is usually some kind of story based around a holiday.
Yeah,
And of course, it's most often the winter holidays, like Christmas and Hanukkah and the like, but doesn't necessarily have to be. As the article points out, holidays happen year round,
yeah,
and there are a ton of possibilities, both existing holidays, made up holidays for your setting, and a variety of special occasions that just mark different points in characters' lives.
Interesting. Is this true, Paul? Are you saying this in a way that sounds like it's true, and so I'm going to believe it, and then it won't turn out being to be true? That the Yellow Brick Row is repainted every year on the day of the founding of the city.
It sounds very true.
It sounds super true the way you said it too. So, but I've been fooled by Paul before. I like that. And then,
Hmm.
sorry, I'm looking at this other one as well. That's right, Gene. This is for icons. And this is from
Hmm.
Steve's Patreon.
Yep.
And you can bring some holiday magic over there by going and becoming a subscriber, a patron. Go to patreon.com/Steve Kenson. It's that easy.
Or if you want, you can just pick up this one for a few bucks.
And yeah, I love it.
And I will note that this year's theme being being adventure archetypes, although they're written with icons in mind, they're actually very game system light, and so most of them have very few, if any, game stats in them at all.
Perfect. All right. Shall we flip through our holiday special?
Yeah. So basically, we start off with if you're going to do a holiday special, the first thing is pick a holiday. You know,
Yeah.
what's the occasion for the holiday special? Um, and I broke things down by seasonal holidays, essentially. Um, and starting off with spring, taking a look at things like St. Patrick's Day,
Mm,
um, which is great for any kind of Irish themed adventure, especially if you're going to play around with Irish characters, Irish mythology, and the like, from leprechauns to banshees to
oh,
the
certainly.
Tuatha De Danann of the ancient Celts, um, and of course St. Patrick's Day in a lot of cities is just a prime opportunity for bad,
Debauchery. Yeah.
for debauchery and for bad guys to cause chaos, or take advantage of chaos and the like. And we talk about spring equinox. April Fool's Day is a great holiday occasion for trickster villains, for pranksters, for villains who have decided that they are, instead of committing crimes, are going to prank the heroes all day long. Um, and it can be a terrific adventure to make your players really and truly hate you. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
as their characters have to deal with, pies in the face and buckets dropping from, above door frames all day long. Um, and we've got Easter, of course, Tax Day, as somebody said, one of the most truly villainous days of the year.
Certainly. Yeah.
Um, and Earth Day in the spring, um, which is great for sort of an ecological awareness type of adventure. Um, then in the summer holidays, of course, we've got Mother's Day, and Memorial Day, which is, in addition to being a remembrance for fallen soldiers, may incorporate remembrance for superheroes,
Yeah.
especially some of the patriotic types, or an occasion for looking back on the superheroes who fought during a war. Um, Increasingly, it's going to be rare that characters who were alive during World War II are still alive, unless they're ageless or immortal. Yes, you could definitely have St. Patrick's Day attacked by a bunch of snake-themed bad guys.
I love it. Yes, we have confirmation. There we go. Thank you. That the
Yes.
Paul. Not that you aren't confirmation enough. I'm just letting you know
Right.
you are enough, my friend. But yeah, it's good to know.
And we've got Pride Day during the summer. And of course, that varies depending on where you are, but it's
I gotta
usually
tell you, I mean,
often sometime in June. But
yeah, I mean that's what I thought. But boy, I feel like I'm always coming up against it's Pride Day here and Pride Day there, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
what? Hey, where am I supposed to
Yeah,
go to my parade?
yeah. I want to say it's Portland's Pride Day is like it's September.
Yes, right.
I mean, so it's all over the map.
It's all over.
Um, but definitely poses an opportunity. And Flag Day and Father's Day, Juneteenth, and summer solstice. The solstices and the equinoxes, of course, are great opportunities for magical themed
Hmm.
adventures or anything that's associated with the cycles of the seasons. We note that the summer solstice is associated with the Fae, so such as Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Um, and so there's plenty of opportunity and adventure hooks there.
I love that. This is a great idea, Jeremiah. Just the thought of
Yes.
thinking what could those otherworldly or even non-human species, it doesn't have to be otherworldly, the people that we
No.
didn't know were living at the bottom of the sea, they must
Yeah.
have all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely. If you're planning a holiday special adventure, take a look at your player characters. And
Mm,
if one of them is not from around here, give some thought to what their holidays look like. Do
yeah,
they know what the holidays from home are like? Do they celebrate them?
I'm
Those
also
kinds of
thinking
things.
too, what could have, like, let's say you do discover or you engage with the already discovered sort of non-human species that share the planet.
Hmm.
There could be some very interesting juxtaposition of a day they celebrate that is a result of something we have done that
Hmm.
is, that's joyful for us but bad for them in some regard, or
Yeah,
like cause
absolutely.
something. Yeah, that could be a really
Absolutely.
fun way to kind of play that. Oh no, yeah. We're talking the let me get back to your first message, Riley. The clown. Yeah, this is
Yes.
that's right, for a fun uh what the hell is that day? It's called April Fool's Day.
Yep.
Gee, I'm in a cricket in my brain.
That's
Yeah,
where you do have to have some players who have a good sense of humor.
right. Yeah. Or at least have built up enough calluses that they can suffer through
Right.
the rapid fire puns and all of the what's around this corner. Yeah.
Hmm.
Starhaven Day. Okay,
Yep.
sure. Maybe some
As folks
diplomatic
point
holiday.
out, you could definitely have a holiday based on the founding of a city, or
Yeah.
in the case of Starhaven, the refounding or of a colony, and the like. Some kind of Founders Day is a really common holiday locally, and makes a great sort of local event.
I like
Um, so let's see, we round out summer with Canada Day for our neighbors to the north, Independence Day in America, both fairly patriotic holidays celebrated in their own ways, um, and um, and of course for us, gamers in the summer is convention season. Although
Oh
convention
yeah.
season now is largely year round, um, the summer is still big convention season, and you can always ask yourself, does your superhero setting have an equivalent of a Comic Con or a Gen Con, or the like? Is there a giant nerd convention in your city?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
You know, um,
I'm also thinking of if it's, especially if it's something you're kind of being extemporaneous about, or you're sort of telling additional story that maybe hadn't been established yet. we've got
Hmm.
danger zones that cover a lot of these spaces, right?
Yes, yes, we do.
Super fun. Yeah. So you could really know this is. I thought that non sequitur day was February 82nd. I'm pretty sure that's a typo. But yeah, that
Right.
just strikes me as super fun. You could really just kind of start from scratch and kind of build
Yeah.
a whole holiday and frame it around a theater or a lighthouse
Hmm.
or a parade or yeah.
Yep. Convention center.
Oh yes, that's right. We straight up have convention center. Yeah, I love that.
Um, and the summer convention in Freedom City might be for superhero fans. Not just comic books, per se, but just people who think superheroes are great as a pop
Oh
culture
my gosh.
phenomenon.
I
Uh,
didn't think about that, but you're right.
you know,
I mean, there would be it
it's
would be a natural place for superheroes to
yeah,
come and sort of amplify that event, because
absolutely.
they are the heroes that
And
are in the
you know,
books. Yeah.
come up if first of all, if you ever want any of your player characters to come in third in a costume contest about themselves, um, that is the place to do it. Um,
That's great.
and it's also a great opportunity to come up with your own, like traditions around, what's a superhero con like? What do people do there? What are the seminars and activities? Do uh, new wannabe superheroes go to these things in order to be discovered? Is it where the old, bitter, sort of D-list superheroes are going to just do their signings and, show
Right.
up, because they're making money off of the fact that
That's
they were a
right.
superhero for 10 minutes 20 years ago.
Right, the grizzled veteran of the past
Yeah.
hero, shenanigans. I was also thinking too, Steve, that it could see I'm thinking about Labor Day,
Mhm.
a recognition of the American worker and all of
Mhm.
that. I could, I'm imagining, or I would like to imagine what it would be like for heroes to reach a state where they are like, this is our Labor Day, no Heroes Day or something, like
Yep.
we are just kicking back,
Yep.
that could be really really fun, or I could see too where there was maybe as some sort of a PR effort, a day without a hero, you know.
Well, it would be really interesting as a sort of a fun civic thing if, say Freedom City decides that we want to give the heroes a day off.
Yeah,
So we are all going to pitch in together
we're the heroes
and
today.
right,
Yeah,
we are going to do everything that needs to get done, and make
I
sure
like
that,
that.
and it might just be heroes going around for the day and people being like, nope, we've got it, you
Yeah,
know.
oh, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, maybe heroes. I could see a story kind of unfolding where they're compelled for some reason to adhere to this, for diplomacy or for
Hmm.
something, and they can't intervene with the humans trying to be heroes and they're trying to figure some stuff out and not
Right,
not
right.
being successful. Yeah, I like that a lot. uh
Um, So then, of course, in the autumn, we've got Labor Day,
mhm.
homecoming, which is a great if you're doing a small town setting, especially, or a high school hero high sort of
Oh yeah.
game. Homecoming Day is a great opportunity because it's a big, sort of fall school spirit kind of
Yeah,
event.
gosh,
It's a great community spirit thing.
I didn't even think of the all the things that happen in school, because when you're in school they feel like holidays. I mean, they feel like,
Right.
'cause you were just focused on whatever shenanigans or whatever thing they've got, the football game, the big throwdown or whatever.
Right.
Not something, not any holidays I really celebrated, but enough noise, and yeah, things like homecoming is kind
Yeah.
of a big deal.
That's a great opportunity. Things like homecoming day or the opening day of baseball season in the spring are
Yeah.
great opportunities for heroes to do charity sporting events.
Oh my gosh, sure.
Where you get all your player characters out on the sports field to do a either a no powers or an all powers sort of charity superhero game, which
That's great.
you can play out as much as you want as long as the players are having fun.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I like that a lot. Yeah, because that could be just an absolute, and there could just be like an ongoing rivalry of the two teams that aren't
Right,
necessarily villains, or maybe they are. Or, I mean, who
right.
knows?
Well, it's a
Yeah.
great opportunity to bring in an out-of-town superhero team as guest
Mm,
stars,
yes.
and have them go head to head with the player characters in a sort of hopefully non-violent and atmosphere.
I mean, violence, but I
Right.
mean, how
Well,
do you define
sports are a substitute for violence
violence?
oftentimes.
They really are. Yeah. 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 I like
Um,
that.
yeah. And then, of course, we round out autumn with the autumnal equinox, and of course, Halloween is one of the best potential holiday adventure subjects,
And frankly,
uh,
one of the best holidays, just period.
as
Yes. Yeah.
as we've already covered in multiple episodes.
That's
Uh,
more to talk about. Everybody was, they're still fired up about that. Yeah.
talking about how to use Halloween and horror and all of those sorts of the supernatural in your adventures.
Yeah.
Tons of opportunities as far as that goes.
Bernard says, Halloween, can we give some love to the Nocturnals and that source book?
Absolutely, absolutely. That,
Commence the love, chat.
that
May
was
love
a
on it
terrific
now.
book.
Awesome. There was a comment I wanted to grab. Oh, we're almost there, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're still in autumn. We're making the transition to winter.
Yep. We wrap up, of course, with the Day of the Dead, um,
Yeah.
which could be a much sort of more bittersweet kind of version of Halloween. Much better for remembrances and a great opportunity for the um, the spirits of loved ones to show up or return in some form, to for characters to connect with their past or their ancestry and the like. And of course, American and Canadian Thanksgiving in November and October, respectively. Um, Great opportunity for family events and just a lot of, especially a lot of found family
I was
uh,
gonna say, yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Friendsgiving kind of moments.
Hmm. Yep. That's
Giving the normally maybe sort of tough exterior hero an opportunity to sit with their fellow teammates, or
mhm.
or a newfound sort of community of people that
Yep.
appreciate it and all that. I mean, yeah, you can have a lot of fun
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can, if you want to, split it up and look at how all of the individual heroes interact with that kind of family holiday. Do some characters go home to a very traditional Thanksgiving? Do others have a Friendsgiving with found family? Do others work with people in need or a particular community? Could be a lot of interesting sort of side stories.
I could also see an intention to just be normal for a minute and just sit and
Hmm.
have and to really make, like, I could see sort of found family traditions of we don't do powers at the table on
Right,
Thanksgiving,
right.
that kind of fun moment of saying, we're gonna be normal people and have normal food and have it all go awry,
Yep.
and yeah, I could just see a really fun storyline of somebody saying, but everyone's supposed to be normal today. uh
Yes.
that's fun. And somebody mentioned, as we are careening into the winter holidays,
Yes.
now didn't we've got somebody, oh my gosh, what are the different bad Santas that we've got? So one of them is
Gosh.
a high,
Uh,
is it Miserable? What is it?
we've got one that is, we've got a Robo Santa, we've got a supernatural sort of pagan spirit Santa,
Yeah.
and I'm forgetting the third one at the moment.
I'm gonna have them ready to go for next week, illustrated by our very own Stan Brown.
Yes, indeed.
They're very, very clever and fun, and we like to trot them out for some mischief and mayhem, and to encourage people to unleash them on your heroes
Yes,
around your table.
absolutely.
But I'm trying to. I think Jeremy, it might have been you, Jeremiah rather,
Hmm.
who said something about Misrule or Hyrule or somebody or High Choose or something. I'll find it.
Well,
But
there's the
yeah,
whole sort of Night of Misrule, you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
notion, and the like. Yeah, so then we have the winter holidays,
Hmm.
which we are experiencing now, um, from Hanukkah uh, and the winter solstice, and then into Christmas. Um, uh, as somebody said, Hanukkah, essentially marks, defending a tower against, powerful enemies far longer than you're expected to hold out.
Yeah,
Um, and that makes in and of itself a perfect superhero story. Um, and you can look at the from the literal Hanukkah miracle of the oil lasting for the full 8 days and nights rather than the one, um, or the more metaphorical notion of community as far
yeah.
as that goes. Um, Winter solstice, of course, is the rebirth of the sun, um, and is a great supernatural holiday, especially for the bad guys who want to exploit the longest night in order to ensure the sun never returns.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a
Um, it's
very
it's
rich ground for.
right, a great vampire holiday.
Oh yes, yes, yes. That is great. I love that. Um,
um,
but
and then, of course, we've got Christmas with both its sort of religious and secular connotations.
yes, sure.
America has a very rich secular Christmas tradition, so much so that it's started to spread pretty much all over the world.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, yeah.
And if you ever want to run a fun holiday adventure, you can always just have your superheroes meet and help Santa Claus.
Oh, classic.
Right,
Class. Santa needs your help, or Santa, you're real.
right.
I love it. I love it. Now, this is. I do want to say just on a technicality, really. Um, we there hasn't really been an established day for Gravy Squatch Day. We've left it open for the community to interpret because I
It's
know
true.
everyone's got their Gravy Day all kind of mapped out in your respective worlds. But I'm
Right.
definitely curious at some point to hear sort of what how have you incorporated Gravy Squatch into your holiday
Yep.
offerings? I'm curious. Let us
Wherever it is good and it is savory, he is there.
he is there. I love that's really great. Wherever it is good and it is savory, he is there. He is with you
He is with you.
under his ladle. Be safe.
Right. Right. Check your shoes.
Check your shoes. Yummy. Um, okay, sorry. Take a little
Uh,
spin there.
uh, and yes, it is absolutely noted. Watcher of Classics points out that holidays get celebrated very differently everywhere in the world.
Truth.
Um,
Yes.
so, by all means, take a look at all of your local holidays as well as taking a look at other holidays that exist around the world.
I mean, Krampus is just that whole moment is just filled with opportunity.
Yes.
I'm more of a Krampus devotee than anything else cooking around these joints,
Yep.
but so fun and so odd. And also, I'd imagine too, if you spend a little time looking into the history of like what happens on Valentine's Day, what happened to Valentine's Day in the past was starkly different than
Hmm.
the sweet candy little notions that we get today. I encourage you to look it up. A lot of
Indeed.
slapping going on with meats and things.
Yes. Oh, apparently Australia celebrates Gravy Day on December 21st. So there you
Yeah,
are.
is that true?
Perfect with that. Goes right with the winter solstice.
Perfect pairing. A perfect pairing. I love that. Is that
Um,
true? Who said that?
that was our friend Rebellious Moose.
Oh, and we have Paul. Is that true? Is Gravy Day a
Is
day?
that a thing in Australia?
And what do you do on that day? And why have you been holding it back? I feel like now you're hiding a bunch of
Right.
really important information about
As
Australia.
as as one of our prominent Australians, I'm shocked
Yeah,
you haven't mentioned this yet.
I am a little, yeah, I'm concerned, friend. You have some answering to do.
Yep.
But yeah, so I do love that. Now, you've got okay. Yeah, say you did you talk about? Have we gotten to? We haven't quite reached Kwanzaa yet, right?
Nope. And so Kwanzaa rounds out our some of our winter holidays heading into New Year's Eve, which is an important Pan-African celebration
Yeah,
that was started as a celebration of African American culture.
I love that.
And then, of course, we've got New Year's, and as folks have mentioned, eventually Lunar New Year, which is generally in February.
I
Um,
take it back, Paul. I'm sorry. You have told me about this, and you showed me the video of that song. It's a little, yeah, kind of a little bittersweet. But
mm,
now I'm recalling, and I apologize for trying to accuse you of withholding gravy-based details.
well, I mean, having Gravy Day associated with people being separated is very in keeping with Gravy Squatch's ability to teleport through gravy.
That's right, absolutely. To really sort of ambulate across the
Yeah,
land
to
via
to
great.
to reach through the gravy.
That's
You know,
right. Two people who have been trying their level best to be good citizens on this wherever. I'm imagining it's galactic in
right?
nature, the holiday.
I
But
would
yeah.
think so as well.
So New Year's, what a fun time to do all
Right?
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
New Year's, of course, is a giant party. It is one of the. It's notable as basically one of the holidays that is celebrated everywhere in the world at once to some degree or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
Again, as I mentioned, there's also Lunar New Year observations in a lot of Asia and a number of other countries in February. But New Year's Eve on the Gregorian calendar has become a pretty big worldwide event.
Absolutely. Bernard writes,
Yep,
New Year's Eve is the perfect time for villains to complete the apocalypse. And in my mind, I read compete for the
compete for the apocalypse. Imagine you've got a villain in each time zone.
yes.
You know,
Trying
because
to, make it happen.
because if you're a villain who loves a countdown, you know,
That's right.
New Year's Eve is the biggest one. Um,
That's right. And everyone's watching. It's their time to
right?
shine.
And you
I
get to
can
do it over and over again in every time zone,
and they're going to keep doing it. That's right. And they're going to do it. They're going to finish it until it goes all the way around and everyone's done. And they're also
right?
going to do it again next year. And so I
Yep,
could just see this attempt to really bring on the apocalypse
right,
in a competition of sorts.
right.
And
It
maybe
would just
there's
make
an
such
award.
a long night for our heroes. I
Right.
hope they have. I hope they have some folks to pass things off to. You
Right.
know,
The
like
baton has the
you're
sun.
all right. Like Europe is like, okay, it's your turn.
I love that.
you know,
There could be such a fun sort of this network of people both trying to thwart the villains and the villains trying to get one over on the people trying to thwart, and just it
right?
just chasing midnight around the globe. That could be
Yeah.
quite a clever, fun little setup.
And then we get into talking about local holidays and made up holidays. So you can definitely have, and we talked about the notion of a superhero day or superheroes Memorial Day,
Yeah.
um, or just that occasion where the city decides to throw the heroes a parade.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
You
get
know, and,
key to the city,
right, give them
thing.
the key to the city, and
Yeah.
that sort of a thing.
Groundhog's Day, sure.
Yep.
I like it.
You
Um,
definitely have a precedent for time loops on Groundhog's Day if you want.
oh yeah, certainly, certainly.
Um, and looking at your local holidays, or everything from Talk Like a Pirate Day
Oh
on
yeah.
September 19th, which of course is going to bring all the pirate themed crazies out of the woodwork.
Right.
Um,
Everybody's going to be army all over the place.
Whether or not there's the equivalent of something like Star Wars Day in your setting, May the 4th, um,
Sure.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
or the like.
I could
And
also see those sort of fun fan driven holidays being like maybe when a fan who has suddenly uh, just imbued with the power, or they've discovered how strong they are, really
Hmm.
then it's like, well, I'm going to make people really celebrate this because I love it and I want everyone else to love it too. And everyone has to
Right.
celebrate,
Yep.
May, May the 4th be with you day.
And
Yeah.
you folks can play around with that in a way that we can't because
Yeah.
we don't have the Star
Yes.
Wars
We
license.
do not. Yeah. Yeah. This
But
is, yeah.
if you wanted to do a May the 4th Star Wars themed adventure for your Mutants and Masterminds game, then we can't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. Enjoy. Enjoy. And,
Uh,
yeah. And don't try to submit it as any kind of content or anything. Let's see. Or talk like a, a what? I almost read that out. Is a convoy? Oh, a cowboy day. I bet that's what you're saying.
talk like a cowboy day.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Talk like a cowboy.
Yes.
Yeah. That I could see a whole series of talk like a something doing something day.
Right.
Super fun.
And of course, for Mutants and Masterminds, we would be remiss if we did not mention our favorite holiday themed villain, Doc Holliday, um, who, of course, has the powers of whatever holiday it is, and gives you just all kinds of opportunities to decide what powers he gets on any given holiday event and what he's going to decide to do with them.
Okay, now I'm not really familiar with Doc Holliday, but is Doc Holliday truly connected to holidays? And
Yep.
oh,
He really does have the superpowers of whatever holiday it is.
no joke.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was plenty of jokes. I'm imagining. But what powers does he like on Valentine's Day? What does he manifest?
Well, usually all kinds of abilities to cause people to fall in love,
Oh,
uh,
sure.
you
Okay.
know, those kinds of things. Of course, we have a whole suggested set of powers for various holidays in his write up, but we also mentioned that his powers might vary and can be kind of chaotic. So um, maybe it's, Cupid's arrows one Valentine's Day, and maybe it's making people remember their greatest love
The
another.
right. I like that. That's a
You
great,
know,
yeah, absolutely. Doc Holliday, Gene mentions Doc Holliday is a great villain to use. Certainly, if you're trying to, make some holidays a little
yep.
different. I love that. Uh, oh,
Um,
it just struck me too. The
mm,
the White House and other, sort of the the I don't know, the Kidney Foundation and I mean, they all do these sort of, and also your local, city councils and stuff will
mhm.
declare something this day, like
Oh,
it's
sure.
Hunter's Day, and
It's National Awareness Day.
that's right, exactly. Hot dogs for Hot Dogs Day or something. Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean that could be a lot of fun, and I think about how when you think about Doc Holiday, how what's a holiday defined by as far as powers go? Whatever.
Well, that is an interesting question, isn't it? And of course, the answer is whatever you decide it is.
I love that because you really could have Doc Holiday could have a varying day by day sort of
Right?
affliction of
A,
holidays.
a veritable menu of options depending on what holidays it is.
We did, and I don't think we talked about specifically about the Fooligans King Snarf, but we
No.
did talk about April Fools.
Yep.
My favorite holidays for sure. Um, some
Uh,
of these I'm not sure if I should say out loud.
uh,
What's Rusev Day? Dare I even ask?
I don't know.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Um,
And then, of course, beyond just the calendar holidays,
oh yeah.
are the occasions that don't have a fixed date per se.
Okay.
Um, so there are things like birthdays.
Oh yeah.
Do your characters, in your setting celebrate their birthday? Is a character's birthday a holiday? Maybe the birthday of a famous hero, for example, is now a holiday,
Yeah.
if it's known. Um, Family reunions can be a big thing for some characters. particularly if they've got a big family.
Right, or
Uh,
maybe if they're a hero that hasn't quite come out to the family yet. That
mhm,
could be very interesting.
yep,
Bringing their new partner or someone they fell in love with who is also a hero to the normie party where they've got to be normal or
right.
else.
It's like, okay, you're gonna meet my family.
Yeah, that's great. That could be
Good
a
luck.
ton of fun.
Weddings, of course, we've already talked about. Big comic book tradition of superhero weddings.
Oh,
Um,
certainly, certainly. Oh,
if the heroes are publicly known, yep, the anniversary of when a team first got together is potentially going to be a big deal.
absolutely. And I'm thinking too, Stan, talking about that sort of when the super team formed. If you're in a long-term game that's been playing for a while, what a fun surprise the GM can kind of throw into the mix,
Mhm.
saying, it's our founding
It's
day
our
for us,
it's our
and
team anniversary. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that could be a really fun. Okay, Riley mentions yes, the AV or the AEN awards, Golden Globes. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Sure.
That's fun. Oh gosh,
It's
you could play all kinds of like heroes that are moving through the Hollywood space,
Yep.
the Dazzler kind, or like
Yep.
something that
Absolutely.
has.
Especially if a character is an actor or an otherwise involved in film and their secret
Certainly.
identity, or even as publicly as a hero. Um, you can have a lot of fun with premieres and award shows if there's a movie involving or about the heroes. Um,
Yeah,
and they get invited to the premiere,
the red carpet experience, and
right?
some of them handle it
You
well.
know,
Some of them are fish
what do
out
you
of water. Some of
what do
them,
you
yeah,
think about the actor who's playing you in this?
right. That's great. Yeah.
Sort of a thing. And of course, that's just an absolutely irresistible target for their enemies.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, everybody in
You
one
know,
spot, and some civilians to muck up any sort of.
right?
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
And of course, especially when you surprise the heroes on the red carpet with one of their enemies showing up, and then at the last minute they realize that it's an actor.
Right. Oh my gosh, that is fun. That is very fun.
And then, of
Yeah.
course, when their real villain shows up, they're like, "It's that actor again."
I
Oh,
like this.
wait, no, he's actually
So
lifting a
fun.
car.
That is really great. I love that. They'll kind of switcheroo where the story that you've seen on the big screen, it's you people get excited about it, or people see it in a context that they believe that it's true, and then they learn
Right.
it's not, and then the actual villain shows up. I mean, yeah, that's a great
Yep.
trope.
And of course, as comics like Astro City and a number of others have pointed out, um, people with superpowers can have a lot of involvement in doing things like special effects for movies.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting.
so it's possible there are some other supers present who are just involved as part of the crew.
They're just kind of
Um,
they had their crew and not necessarily out there
I'm
doing it.
the
Yeah.
I'm the pyrotechnics guy who has the power to control fire.
Right,
You
right,
know,
yeah, and that they are forced to kind of step out and engage as a hero or in hero-like behaviors, even though they didn't want to.
yep.
Someone mentioned something here that I thought was really interesting, and I missed it. I read it, I thought, "That's great," and then away it went in the chat, but it was,
Yes.
uh, the Flash Museum. Oh, we talked a little bit about this when we talked about HQs, there
Yep.
being sort of the
Museums and
yeah,
trophy rooms and
the
all of that.
trouble to cause.
Yeah.
We definitely talked about the
Uh,
Stan mentions the memorializing the alien and
Jer
interdimensional crew.
Jeremiah mentions an annual awards show for
That was it.
superheroes,
Of course, it was Jeremiah. There you are.
right?
That was what I was
And
talking about.
that
Yeah.
that's gonna be a contentious one,
Yes.
because, of course, it's going to be one of those events that the heroes are absolutely against, um,
Yes. Yeah.
because they're like, it's not a competition, it's not who did what best, any of that
Yeah.
sort of a thing, but at the same time, people love an award show.
Oh, they do. And also
Uh,
award shows love to just sort of fill the space from which, like they find
yep,
other ways to sort of I could also see a real force of of a villain who's introduced that is like one of those PR reps that
Mm-hmm.
are really shilling hard for somebody,
Yep.
or I mean that's just rich with some real conflict and interesting fun, and people who are like reluctantly coming to this award. I got the dumb, the hero award or whatever. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's great, super fun.
Yes, absolutely. And then, of course, we've got the most somber of events is funerals.
Oh yeah,
Um, uh,
yeah,
depending on the style and mood of your game, it may not be that heroes die often, even villains for that matter, but characters may pass on, whether it's at a ripe old age or from, in the heat of battle or what have you.
yeah,
Um, but there are going to be instances where there may be, the a funeral for a fallen hero, or even, an instance of an infamous villain. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
what does that event look like, and who attends and what happens.
Nice. Adrian mentions writing about an annual
Awesome.
workshop for superheroes in the Atomic Think Tank. I love that.
Folks should head over to the think tank and check that out.
Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah, you really should, honestly. And pretty soon here, like in mere minutes. Oh my gosh,
I know, right?
every time, Steve, every single. I'm literally, you've done probably 4,000 of these episodes, and every time I'm like, what? It's almost, we're almost done. Because we'll be getting into what's in the tank for sure. We should try to dig that up. I'd love to see it.
Yes.
So yeah, Steve, we have minutes to go.
Yes.
How and have we gotten where are we at in this lovely events and holidays and occasions
Yep.
that you can friends check out over at patreon.com/Steve Kinson, and you can become a patron and you can pay for this PDF and continue to support the people that you love that of course Steve
Thank
being
you.
our to master daddy. um yeah, so do we have much more in here to go?
Well, basically, we talk a little bit about vacations, camping,
Oh,
and road
certainly.
trips as
Oh
special
gosh,
occasions. And the rest of it basically looks at, once you've determined the occasion, it's what's the problem,
yeah. Oh, I
villains,
like it.
family complications, and the like, and sort of the little bits of things that often happen in holiday specials, like the unexpected Christmas miracle, um,
Yes.
or the spooky "was that really supernatural" Halloween thing, opportunities to do your very important after school special
Oh,
lessons,
certainly, yeah.
and provide a bit of a moral to the whole thing, and
All
to
right.
look at the notion of holidays having their own sort of power uh, to themselves, which again is great for characters like Doc Holliday, who actually gain power from holidays.
I love it. I absolutely love it, and I think that what a great opportunity to sort of tweak what we remember, nostalgically, when it was, because when you're younger, holidays are a little bit more important, and
Hmm.
but to be able to kind of go back there and or turn it all on its head and do something unexpected or the opposite, or just do a good old fashioned, yeah, after school special kind of moment where everybody
Right.
learns something, and the or a Scooby Doo kind of thing, and that's great. That's great. Bernard says, Troy and Steve, I love this format for Mumamo of reviewing high level.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah, and we've done it a few times in the past. Steve, frankly, saved our bacon with this because I was like,
It
let's,
was
I don't know.
it was a fortunate coincidence this time, but we'll keep that in mind for future episodes, Bernard.
Certainly we will. Steve, okay, so we are right up against moving into our what's in the tank transition. What's happening in the Steve Kenson cinematic universe?
So I am prepping for the upcoming. Speaking of upcoming occasions, in the new year, obviously we are prepping for the Kickstarter for fourth
Yeah,
edition Mutants and Masterminds, um, And so I have been hard at work prepping a series of teasers and opportunities for folks to play some mini scenarios with a variety of different Freedom League heroes and villains, and get a chance to try out different parts of the system, and get a look at different aspects of things, and hopefully encourage folks to go over to Kickstarter and sign up to be notified as soon as things go live, so you can get in on all of the previews and excitement that are coming.
Awesome. And chat, I'm sure you're with me when I think there ought to be a Steve Kenson day where only good stuff happens and everything just like functions like clockwork. It's dependable and friendly and awesome, and that would be what a great holiday. I don't think we have anything, but we would definitely celebrate it. And we forgot to mention Alex had an away mission. He had to
Yes.
go. Babies are gonna baby. They're gonna come out, and he's supporting a friend, and
Yes.
he is the I think just in that whole area, that whole state, he's like the dog sitter, and
Yes, he is.
all the dogs, for sure. But and we wish him well, and he'll be back for next week, which is our big holiday party.
Yeah.
We're thinking of some plans. We've got some there's some gifts of a sort that we're planning, and a fun way to distribute them to you. And is there anything else? No, I was going to try to. No, I'm not going to do it.
Nah. Come and find out.
Yeah. Come and find out. It'll be super, super fun, and lots of great things happening. I'm really looking forward to more conversations around the 4th edition Kickstarter, because there's some cool stuff in the background that we can't really mention. But Steve, thank you so much, my friend. We will,
as always.
You go and have a lovely day. Today being, I decree, Steve Kenson Day. So enjoy it. Friends, I want to remind you just again that we have this lovely holiday magic moment that you can, with $35, you pick up one of these holiday magic gift cards, and then suddenly it's $50. It just happens. It happens. Money, you pay for it, and then abracadab, we put our own spin on it, and you get an extra, what is that, $20? Is it $20? My math is just really, it's $15 today. But $70 turns into $100. And all you have to do is go to these QR codes, and you can put in someone's email, send it right to them, and they're going to be like, what? I am a victim of holiday magic. And then they can come to this store and buy all kinds of amazing products that then can fill the new year with all sorts of fun for everyone. So do head on over. And there's some great stuff in the store as well. Like Johnny Rocket Socks is just, math is, as Riley says, I believe it's Riley. I'm sorry if I'm is hard. It's very hard. But you know what isn't? I was gonna say what isn't hard. I mean, difficult, I think is what I'm saying. And that is our friend Devious, who's gonna talk about what's in the tank. Hi, buddy.
Hi, how goes it, sir?
It goes well. I feel like we should do some kind of a theme song or something.
Yeah, we need to get that underway. I think we can concoct one up.
Sure, we can concoct one up. I've heard our Mumamo theme song so many times that I know every beat of it. I know when to pause. I know when to go. It's become a part of me. It is an expression of my inner, really outer child. So
I understand. I'm thinking maybe for the theme song for What's in the Tank, I'm thinking leaning towards Gregorian chant. What are your thoughts?
Okay, that's a departure from. I was thinking kind of a something that rhymed with, words that rhymed with tank. All kinds of fun opportunity there. But
What
like,
about a tuba solo?
oh, I think anything that we do with a tubo solo is, I mean, it's pure gold.
A tuba solo by Sulu. Solos tuba solo. Tuba's
Sulu's tuba solo singing.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So,
exactly.
we are talking about what's in the tank. I am wondering,
Mhm.
we're flipped. We're on the flip side.
Flipped again.
Flip it.
It's all the
So
acrobatics I
flipped.
do,
See you,
That's what
Riley. Thanks for stopping by, friend. I'm glad you were able to join us. But okay, well, yes, we can take the four non-blondes and kind of do a little thing with that. Okay.
there you go.
Here I'm gonna have to defer to the chat, to the tankards, as I like to call them. Tankards. I think that might stick, actually. Tankards. I like it. I do, especially if there's anyone who hates it. If you hate it, I love it. But what I was going to say is, friends, maybe a Christmas miracle could occur, and you could out there, maybe you like to have a fun with a turn of phrase, a little rhyme time, if you will. If you do, maybe write up a little what's in the tank,
Ditty.
a little ditty. Yes, I like it. I like the idea of it. So yeah, think about it, and and if you get creative, put pen to paper, and don't you dare show Devious, because
What?
to surprise him with it.
Oh, all
But
right.
yes, here we are. What's in the tank, friend? You are king of the tankards. What you have a tankard of gravy to you, and unto
What? Thank
you
you, sir.
is ladle
And
be.
unto you, a tankard of gravy unto you, sir. But basically, I took a little bit of a week of rest and relaxation, and I'm reviewing basically, instead of what's new in the Freedom City, I'm doing the oldies in the Freedom City Library.
Wow, gosh, so fun. Why not? Yes.
47 years ago when we started the tank, and
We were so
I
young.
was.
We're so young and
I
impressionable.
know we were
The
just
world ahead of
absolutely
us.
so young, and
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you were working as a mime on the street, but you couldn't keep up your power bill, so you couldn't
was
do the
a
force
yeah.
field thing
No, yeah, they
anymore.
took my box.
I know that's
Yeah,
just rude of them, and
yeah, they
I
replaced
was
it. It was hard times. It was rough.
absolutely, and I was a repo man for dentures. It was very hard
I thought you
because
were a repro man, like you reproduce dentures for people.
something like that. No, it was repo. I had to get their teeth back. They couldn't keep up
Oh
payment.
boy.
But anyway, when we started the tank load these many years ago, I did a series that first made you go, "Hey, Devious, he can write something."
And I was like, whoa.
And I did. I used
what
words
that
and letters
word?
together to form words and ideas, and wrote them.
And they become articles, like fully kind of realized thoughts and processes and ideas and suggestions that maybe inspire more thought and encourage
Yes.
others to contribute with their own sense.
Absolutely. But I did Devious Arts Guide to Running Your First M&M Game for folks. I also did one on player engagement, and also I did one on M&M's Guide to Becoming a Great Player. Check them on out. Also, if you'd like to take a look at any of the articles that I've done, you can do a search for hashtag Devious Hearts in the Freedom City Library. I'll put links there for you if you want to look them up and take a gander.
Do.
Now, I don't know about you, but there's nothing that says Christmas to me more than huddled around a fire, awaiting your imminent death by being crushed by a large creature. And
Yes.
that's what Chris Davies has put together here. Basically, large, oversized creatures. He's got Cthulhu, Ultraceratops, Scorpia, Protean, Al-Mushtari, the gas giant, Leviathans, and Moby Dick, Gogunta. I put Gogunta in there twice. Whoops. Dread Wolves and the Lycoan. Just all really, really big.
I love
big
that.
Fellers.
Yeah, I love that. And I think, if your heroes have been really hankering for a a smashing, a smushing, a being squozen by large beasts that probably will bite and tear as well.
And squish.
Yeah. Then that's quite a handful of trauma.
Exactly. Matt Mabry did put in these for the Super Hideout Showdown, the Crime Fighter Canteen. It's a bar. You got to go hang out in the bar.
I like it.
But also onto the events. Of course, we have this one.
Yes.
Holidays and special dates in Mutants Masterminds. This evening, we don't have office hours by Alex, of course, because he's busy dog sitting, but we do have Mass and Mayhem's own RC Byler doing House Van Helsing, Bat Out of Hell. And that's, about 30 minutes in just a moment. After Mumemo, of course. We do have City of Destiny. It's going to be their season finale tomorrow, Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, it's the mid-season finale for Guardians of Haven.
Nice.
This upcoming Wednesday, we also have Superhero Shenanigans Don't Kill My Character. And they're actually kind of doing a double whammy this week. They're going to be on Wednesday and Sunday. But Thursday, Titan City Serials, we have the new one coming out for you there. Thursday, office hours, of course. Definitely come by, check out office hours. It's a great way to get in touch with the community.
Oh my gosh, there's always something really cool like that. The last one was great. I mean, they're all great in their own way, but it was so fun just to kind of hear. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
You'll get to preview some things that might be coming out in the future. You never know. It's a good idea to stop by.
Oh, you know what I was going to say? So office hours getting tanked with Troy. It's just a time for you to come and hang out in a Zoom call. You don't have to turn your camera on. You don't have to talk. If you just want to hang out and listen to some people being funny and silly and poignant and interesting, it is the place to be. Everybody's welcome. You don't even have to know how to play an age game. It's of course that happens after Thursday, but the office hours this week, I will be unveiling the secret sauce gravy boat that I've received as a gift from you, and I will be sharing some gravy. Maybe you'll do a little cooking show, a little gravy show.
Excellent. Will you be sharing the spoon as well?
I will be.
Gotta share the spoon.
Spoon is integral. It's pivotal. But
exactly.
So join us this Thursday for a little holiday fun.
Absolutely. And of course we have, as I mentioned before, Superhero Shenanigans Don't Kill My Character is doing a double whammy this week, but this one is instead of being run by Claude Dardar, it's being run by Alex in his Pride of Monsters Pick a Puppy on Don't Kill My Character this upcoming Sunday. Tune in for that as well.
Yes.
And finally, Golden Squad Monday, the 22nd, coming out next Monday.
I really encourage people to go check all these out, but Golden Squad is great too. The production value is phenomenal. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's really, really great. Basically, he records the game and then he kind of cuts it down into a nice show. It's great. It's got sound effects. Fun. Absolutely.
Got a good
but
vibe.
We're gonna get to something here. I want to know something, folks. Is the Green Ronini not enough for you?
Is it not
enough? Not want the Green Ronini?
Blinding.
Do you not? There's only 2 entries to this whole Super Hideout Showdown, and one of them can't even win because it's Alex Thomas.
Thomas can't win.
Is the free PDF not enough?
Well, listen.
What are we gonna do, Troy?
I've been talking. Many of you have heard me extol the virtues of holiday magic and how important it is. And so what I'm going to do to sweeten the pot, I'm going to add the $35 into $50 holiday magic gift card. So if you submit and you win, in addition to the Green Ronini, which I'm with you, Devious, should be well and truly all you need, we will also throw in, basically, we can give you $50.
But to extol the benefits of the Green Ronini, Paul Rua, who's won several of them, doesn't even pay a power bill anymore. He just lights his house by
His whole
placing all this
life
Green Ronini
in it.
because they shine.
Yes.
Look at, hold on. Look at that. Look at that scintillate.
Nice.
Look at it. Now, mind you, there's a little small minor problem with radiation, and Paul's lost
nobody's
a
driven
few
that yet.
clumps of hair, and he doesn't, probably won't need to have a kid anyway in the future, but that's beside the point.
No, it is beside the point. It's still very bright and important.
Look at its beauty. Anyway, the deadline's been extended. It's now the 21st. So by the 21st, all you need to do is check out that link there. Go there.
Do you drop the link somewhere?
Yeah, it's on the right here.
You go into the. You're saying head to the. You're saying head to the tank for. Yes.
Head to the tank for it, and this is the actual one here. I've just recently put in here that it's been extended. The new rules for M&M 4th Origin installations is in there. You can make the installation either 3rd edition or 4th edition, and if you want to do 4th edition, there's the link for it right there.
Lovely.
Okay. You can make an HQ. You don't have to have a map. It's just basically a fully statted HQ stat block according to the Masterminds rules, either 3rd edition or 4th edition. In the Aegis files, you need to put hashtag Super Hideout Showdown and Mumamo Challenge on it so we can find it. Then what we're going to do after we have them all together, we're going to randomly figure out which one wins. Usually it's a die roll. And then once that is completed, somebody's going to win. That means not only do you win the Green Ronini, the couple Green Ronini, slightly radioactive Green Ronini, but you also win.
Allegedly.
There's a court thing going on. We just have to. We can't really comment on legal issues. Anyway, you'll also get a $50 gift certificate. Good Lord.
That's right. But, we did offer a free PDF with that last one. So what we really are doing is you get the Green Ronini, which should in its own right be the prize and the only prize. But you also get to pick out a PDF. And then you also get the $35 turns into $50 Christmas Magic gift card.
I mean, keep in mind, there's a lot of stuff coming up next year. There's the Vigilantes book. Oh, I said it out loud. Scottish handbook. Sorry, Scottish source book. And then there's, of course, the upcoming Event Horizon, which is going to kind of bookend the Emerald City Knights game. So, that's what's coming out next year. You could buy it or purchase it with that, or you can do what I would do, Johnny Rocket Socks.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
You can buy
a couple pair of Johnny Rocket Socks.
Absolutely.
It's I'm certain you discovered this answer, Bernard, because chats, we're a little ahead in the future, a little time shift, but it's 3rd or 4th.
Either one.
Either. Yeah.
Now the rules are in there for 4th, but if you're more comfortable with 3rd, do it.
Hey, do you say envelope or envelope?
I say that paper thingy.
That folded paper thingy. You said either. No, you said either or either.
I said tomato.
Oh, I didn't hear you say tomato. But
I said tomato.
I'm a little delirious because you know what time it is.
What time is that?
It's time to wrap up the show. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I, of course, want to thank Steve for bringing his wonderful
his A game.
He's always, and that's why today is international, globally, galactically known as Steve Kenson Day.
Yay!
And celebrate by being just a little bit better.
Yes.
Always knowing that we won't quite be as perfect as Steve is in every way. And make sure you head over to his Patreon, which is patreon.com/Steve Kenson. and check out his icon stuff. Lots of really wonderful things going on there. And then, and of course, my thanks to Devious for, a lovely summation of what's happening in the tank and beyond. We have a lot of fun on Mumamo, and it's always a blast. This time of year, I'm always reflecting back on the year and thinking about how fast it all goes and how lovely a time it is to spend a Monday hanging out with all you nerds and talking about heroes. So it's not a bad way to spend a Monday.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we only have one thing left to do, and that is to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, everybody.
See ya.
Oh, farts. Yeah, right. Temple reminds me. Come next week because we're going to do a big holiday party right here in this very spot. It'll be
holiday party.
so flippin' festive. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye.